Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 new ships that were announced yesterday on the Wargaming official stream. These ships were the Malta, the Vallejo, and the Velos. It's a carrier, it's a cruiser, and it's a destroyer. But yeah, so thank you, of course. I got to announce them yesterday as well myself. I actually had no idea what I was announcing yesterday, but it was pretty interesting, I guess, to get to announce some ships for the first time. Of course, I was invited because one of the ships' name is called Malta. But anyway, let us start and talk about the statistics of the ships. So the first ship we're going to be talking about is the Malta itself. So here it is. This is what it looks like, of course. It is a carrier. It's a tier 10 premium carrier. But yeah, so basically, it's a project of a large aircraft carrier with an armored deck, which was developed during the war, taking into account the experience of military operations in the Pacific. The aircraft carrier has a large number of aircraft in the squadron and attack flight compared to the researchable British aircraft carriers. Another feature of the ship is her dive bomber that attack in a horizontal flight and carry AP bombs. So this is kind of, I think, from reading it, I think it's very similar to Hornet in the way it drops its AP bombs, I believe. But there you go. So let's take a look at the Malta's stats. It has 66,000 HP. Apparently it has an armored deck, I believe. We don't really know exactly how well armored it is. It's probably like Audacious or a bit better, or maybe the same. In terms of its HP on the rockets, it has 2,190 per plane. The cruise speed is 137 knots. Size of attacking flight is 4. Aircraft per squadron is 12. Aircraft restoration time is 64. Detectability range of the aircraft is 10 kilometers. And the number of the planes on the deck is 18. And then you have, of course, rockets and payload 10. You also have the HP on the torp planes, which is 2,200. Of course, the stats are all here on the video. So if you ever want to pause the video just to make sure to get the stats right, there they are. Of course, pretty much same planes, except the torp damage is 5.9k, torps in payload 1, and of course the attacking squad is 4, so you drop 4 torps at one go. And in terms of the hit points on the dive bombers, on the AP dive bombers, it's 2,300, 134 knot speed. You have 5 planes, okay, and the bombs in payload 4, so you dropped 20 bombs at once. And each bomb maximum damage is 4,300 damage, which means your maximum potential, I believe, is around 86,000, I believe. Yeah, it's 86,000. But keep in mind, these aren't like Richthofen dive bombs. These aren't like Hakuryu dive bombs in terms of its AP. These are like, I believe, Hornet dive bombs. So I don't know how effective they are, but we're gonna wait and see. Of course, everything is subject to change and work in progress in this video. And these are, of course, super early statistics, but that's what they are. So this is the Vallejo. It's a tier 9 American light cruiser, similar to Worcester in a way, but it is a tier 9. But anyway, so one of the versions of this project, which preceded the creation of the Worcester class cruisers, the main armament is 10 152mm dual-purpose guns in 5 turrets. Vallejo is a light cruiser with improved ballistics and good firing range, as well as a spotting aircraft consumable with an accelerated reload, which allows her to fire effectively at long ranges. So the ship's consumables are presented by the DFAA consumable and the repair party in separate slots, as well as rapid takeoff spotter plane with fast reload and the fighter consumable in a single slot. At the same time, unlike other American high-tier cruisers, it has no hydro and surveillance radar consumable. So it's similar to Lazo in a way, because Lazo has this quick spotter plane gimmick, right? But this is a tier 9 and it has Worcester guns, I believe. I believe actually it does say improved ballistics, so they might actually shoot at better arcs. But yeah, let's take a look at the statistics of the ship. So Vallejo has 44,000 HP, 25mm plating, as it is a light cruiser. It has 5 152mm guns with a gun range of 16.7k. The shells are, I believe, the exact same as Worcester. And the reload time is 5 seconds. maximum speed 32.5, and then rudder shift time 10.7. Remember, this is all before reload mods and concealment mods and everything. And then you can see the consumables it has. It has DCP, DFAA, and repair party, and it has the fighter, or you can pick the rapid takeoff spotter. Of course, it's probably better to pick the rapid takeoff spotter, but it really depends on how you want to play. The ship already has 16.7 kilometer gun range stock, so you don't really need a turbo addition in your range, but there it is. These are the statistics for the Vallejo. It does seem pretty interesting on paper. So the last ship I can show you today is the Velos. Here it is. This is a Greek destroyer. It is of course a Fletcher style, of course, as you can see, but let's get into it. So one of the many Fletcher class destroyers which was transferred to the Greek Navy in 1959, the destroyer has rapid firing main battery guns and one torpedo launcher with fast reload. The ship also features good concealment and a smoke generator with a long smokescreen dispersion time. In addition to the smoke generator, the ship's equipment is represented by the engine boost and the DFAA consumable in separate slots. So normally Fletcher has the pick between speed boost and DFA, even USS kit and stuff, but this one gets them in both consumable slots. Let's take a look at the statistics for the Velos. So Velos has 17,100 HP, 4 guns with a 12.1 kilometer gun range, same caliber as Fletcher. So instead of 5 guns, it has 4 guns. The shells seem very similar. Torpedo tubes, it has 1 torpedo tube, so it gets 5 torps. 19,000 damage each torp, 10.5 kilometer range, 66 knot speed, 60-second reload, so pretty fast reload as well. And in terms of the speed of the ship, it goes 38 knots, plus you can add speed boost on top of that. And then for the available consumables, it has damage control party, smoke generator, engine boost, and DFA. So those are your consumables available. This destroyer actually seems pretty interesting, to be honest. It has a really quick reload on its guns, but no heal, of course, compared to USS Kidd, and it only has 4 guns, but 2.2 second reload, and the concealment, I believe, is really 6.9, and of course you can get buffed down. So this might be actually pretty interesting of a ship to look at. So yeah, and these are the statistics for the Velos. Alright, so basically that's a video on the 3 newest ships that were basically teased yesterday on the official stream: the Malta, the Vallejo, and the Velos. Normally I don't do these sort of devblog style videos, but you know, having a ship that bears my country's name, even though it's a carrier, I was invited by Wargaming to give the announcement yesterday on stream, and today I wanted to make a video talking about the statistics and everything, for example, for those people who did miss the stream and didn't get a chance to see these ships. But honestly, jokes aside, the Vallejo looks really interesting, the Velos looks really interesting, and the Malta, well, I don't really know or understand what the statistics are like because it's a carrier. I'm not really, you know, in tune with how, you know, normal carrier HP is or whatever. But I don't know. We'll see how it is. But yeah, the Vallejo seems really interesting to me. The Velos seems really interesting to me because I love playing light cruisers and I love playing destroyers with good guns. And the Malta, well, it's a ship which bears my country's name, so I'm very proud. Even though it is a carrier, I'm still very proud to have a ship like that in this game. And we'll get to see if it's gonna be any good or not in the future. We don't know what any of these ships are in terms of resources, but yeah, I'm pretty much excited for all 3 ships, mostly the cruiser and the destroyer, but the carrier is also pretty, I guess, interesting. But yeah, definitely excited for these the cruiser and the destroyer. I really love Fletcher class destroyers, so having I think like a 5th one, I think, yeah, this is the 5th one in the game. It's gonna be interesting, maybe a new playstyle, etc. 2.2 second reload is really interesting on a Fletcher class destroyer. And the Vallejo, well, it has a lot of gun range. It's pretty much almost a Worcester at tier 9, so it's gonna be really interesting to try. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about these 3 new ships. If you have anything you want to say about them or anything, leave it in the comments below. I'll appreciate it. And if you did enjoy the video, do leave a sub. I would appreciate it, or even a like. Thank you so much. But yeah, stay tuned. Maybe at some point in the future, when these things actually get released, I can make reviews on them and you can see them on this channel itself. But thank you guys so much, and big fan.